Gracious One, we thank you for the ways in which you come among us, in darkness and in light, in hope and wonder, in courage and in humble service. Today we celebrate bravery and compassion and the many ways it is embodied in our community, especially in the women we honor today. Give us the courage to continue speaking truth to power and the bravery to humble ourselves in service to our neighbor. And at the end of each day, remind us of just how desperately we need each other in this work. Amen.
A reading from Matthew chapter 5, sacred scripture in the Christian tradition. You are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its taste, how can its saltiness be restored? It is no longer good for anything, but is thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A city built on a hill cannot be hid. No one, after lighting a lamp, puts it under the bushel basket, but on the lampstand, and it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven. Holy wisdom, holy word. Good morning, everyone. It is a joy and a blessing to be with you all on this wonderful St. Lucia Day. Have you ever been the light in someone's life? Or maybe had someone be the light in your life? The truth is, everyone in this room is a light for someone, whether you know it or not. So to my family and longtime friends, if those words sound a little familiar, or for everyone else in the room, if they sound a little grammatically incorrect, you would be right. Those are actually the words from a younger me, 8th grade graduate, getting ready to start her high school journey. I was chosen that year to be the graduation speaker for our class, and little did I know that this theme of light would come back in a big way almost 6 years later in college. This is truly a full circle moment. So why is this theme of light so important? What is its relevance on this wonderful St. Lucia celebration? Well, let me begin by telling you the story of St. Lucia. A woman named Lucia, Lucia meaning light, was born to a noble and prosperous family in Sicily. Her father died when she was young, so Lucia was raised by her mother in the Christian tradition. When Lucia was a young woman, her mother became very ill, and Lucia accompanied her to the tomb of St. Agatha. They offered prayers there, and Lucia vowed that if her mother could be healed, she would remain unmarried and devote her life to God. Lucia's mother was healed. She revealed her promised vow to her mother, who convincing her mother to allow Lucia to give her dowry to the poor. Lucia's mother, who was touched and grateful for her healing, agreed, but Lucia's suitor was not so cooperative. Not only had he lost the beautiful Lucia, but her dowry as well. He reported Lucia to the government as being a witch and helping the Christians, and after being called before a judge, she was killed because she refused to renounce the Christian faith. At 20 years old, Lucia became a martyr. However, her story lived on through the accounts of a miracle. According to Swedish legend, after Lucia's death, a ship carrying a maiden, clothed in white and crowned with light, appeared on the shore in the Swedish province of Värmland during a great famine. The maiden, widely believed to be Lucia, distributed food and clothing to the needy, thus endearing herself to the Swedish people. Different stories and traditions surround Lucia, but all focus on the central themes of service and light. Saint Lucia is celebrated throughout the world and honored by many cultures. In Sweden, Lucia symbolizes the coming end of the long winter nights and returning of light to the world. As Gustavus is a college deeply rooted in Swedish tradition, it seems only fitting that we honor St. Lucia and her legend every year. by nominating 6 girls who represent the characteristics of Lucia herself: service to others, strength of character, courageous leadership, and compassion. We honor them for the light they shine in our community and the light they will continue to shine as they leave Gustavus. The scripture today and the passage that reminds me most of Lucia's influence is Matthew 5:16. Therefore, let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and glorify our Father in heaven. But really, what does it mean to shine your light anyway? Well, the true definition of light is the radiance or illumination from one source. I think all of us are a source of light, and all of us are also shined upon. Since being nominated as the 2021 St. Lucia, I have reflected on this idea of light within myself. I never considered myself as having a light. Sure, I like to believe it was true, and I thought it was a nice sentiment when that throughout my life, people told me that I was a happy-go-lucky person who kept them motivated with my beaming smile, charismatic demeanor, or my personal favorite, joyfully chaotic energy. However, I never truly believed that I was shining any sort of light on the people around me, least of all an impactful one. Despite my struggle with self-worth and confidence, my family and friends believed in me. They encouraged me in my extracurricular activities like choir, dance, and theater. They laughed with me, they cried with me, they saw me through my darkest days and rejoiced with me on the best of days. Above all, they never failed to remind me just how beautifully and wonderfully made I was. Over time, my mindset began to change. I started to believe that maybe, just maybe, the supportive and gracious comments were right, that I do have a light within me that burns for a greater purpose. And this light is bigger than myself, being fueled by the divine and the powerful lights of those surrounding me, the people on this campus, in my hometown, and the special light within each of my closest confidants. I am nowhere perfect at believing in this powerful light that I somehow have, but I can confidently say that I strive every day to live out this purpose of shining a light for others to see. And I will continue to believe that this light has a greater purpose for me, one that is bigger than I could ever imagine. To my family and friends, thank you for your ever-present light in my life. Thank you for reigniting my flame when life seems to extinguish it, and helping me to believe that the light that is within me. To the Gustavus community, thank you for accepting my light. Thank you for giving it a home and a place where it can grow. This college community is known for rekindling even the smallest of flames and turning them into fires that will one day go forth to change the world. To you amazing ladies, and to Lily, who couldn't unfortunately join us today, I want to say thank you on behalf of the Gustavus community. Thank you for upholding Gustavus's values of service, excellence, community, justice, and faith. Thank you for celebrating the Lucia tradition and remembering this prominent figure of Swedish culture in so many ways today, especially caroling at 6 a.m. this morning. And most of all, thank you for shining a light on this campus, a light that encourages others to shine lights of their own. And lastly, to this assembly gathered today, I didn't forget about you. I implore you, care for the lights of others' lives around you. Acknowledge the powerful gift of light inside of yourselves and use it to allow goodness to prosper and hope to grow. You never know what kind of an impact it could have. Thank you.
Please stand as you are. Receive this blessing. Today we light candles to remind us of the bright spark that exists within each of us. May we be reminded of our inner strength when we feel weak. our moments of bravery when we feel scared, and the chorus of loved ones who tend to our inner flames when they threaten to extinguish. We are held by this community and loved beyond measure. May this love be on our lips as we leave this place, ready to serve our world. Amen.